Huge title change at New Japan Dominion. History was made last week at the New Japan Dominion event when Kenny Omega defeated Kazuchika Okada, ending the Japanese star's record 720-day reign as the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. It was yet another incredible match by Omega and Okada, who once again proved they are not only the best professional wrestlers in the world but also two of the best the business has seen in the modern era. More, WWE 2018 pay-per-view schedule. In a 2 out of 3 falls match that went more than 65 minutes, the two put on an exhilarating performance, telling a thrilling, dramatic story that left the audience on the edge of the seats. Both Okada and Omega each scored a pinfall before going another 17 minutes before Omega once again connected with the one-winged angel to close the chapter on Okada's historic reign as IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, while also securing his place in the history books. Finally, Kenny Omega becomes IWGP Heavyweight Champion, and 4 other new champions. Jericho has once again reinvented himself, this time as a nasty, crazed madman hell-bent on inflicting punishment and engaging in wild brawls with those he puts a target on. The victory also means that Jericho will have at least one more match in New Japan Pro Wrestling and will likely not be headed back to the WWE in the near future. That next match will not happen on the upcoming NJPWG1 special event in San Francisco on July 7 or at the All In show in Chicago on Sept. 1. Jericho recently admitted that he turned down those dates due to respect for Vince McMahon and the WWE, but also because he is picking his spots and demanding huge money for the few he does select. New Japan is now hoping to capitalize coming off a hot show that was trending worldwide on social media and with a new world champion in Kenny Omega. The company, behind newly named President Harold Meij, is focused on growing its brand internationally with the United States front and center. The past 18 months has seen a huge uptick in business, and now, with a WWE product stuck in the annual summer doldrums, could be a huge opportunity to gain a larger U.S. audience. The next step is the upcoming G1 event, airing live on AXS TV July 7, that will be headlined by Omega's first title defense against fellow Bullet Club member Cody. Plus, the newly crowned IWGP World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions the Young Bucks will square off against the former champs Evil and Sanada. 4 matches announced for G1 Special in San Francisco. Omega vs. Cody, Young Bucks vs. Evil. It will be a huge test, especially following in Okada's footsteps as arguably the greatest New Japan World Champion of all time and his body of excellent title defenses over the last 2 years. But Omega and his friend the Young Bucks have a grand plan. The three have reunited and, along with Kota Ibushi, are calling themselves the Golden Elite with the motto, "Change the World." That is the goal and one they are taking on head first. While the WWE just secured unprecedented TV rights deals, the non-WWE wrestling landscape has seen an incredible amount of growth around the world over the past few years. New Japan and Ring of Honor are doing their best business ever, along with a sold-out All-In event of more than 10,000 fans that would have been unfathomable just a few years ago. Make no mistake about it, this is today's wrestling business, and where it goes next is anyone's guess, as it has no boundaries and no rules. WWE Money in the Bank preview. After what feels like a long break after a whirlwind of events several months ago, WWE is back on pay-per-view, well, the WWE Network, with the Money in the Bank show on Sunday night. Hopefully, WWE can use the show to get out of its recent funk of ho-hum television shows and provide some meaningful, exciting action and get back on track. The Money in the Bank lineup includes 10 matches, see the entire card here, with the main card expected to go close to 4 hours beginning that recent change for WWE PPVs. There are plenty of intriguing questions heading into the show, including who'll emerge with a briefcase and an opportunity to cash in anytime over the next year with a world title match. Braun Strowman has to be one of the favorites, but either The Miz or Kevin Owens escaping with the case would be a better fit. Both are excellent talkers and could not only brag about winning but would also be awesome antagonists, teasing when they might take advantage of a situation. As for the women, Alexa Bliss feels like a good fit, but Sasha Banks could use a boost that winning the case would provide, especially if she was finally turned heel and could embrace the boss character. Just as big a question will be if either of the world championships will change hands. Ronda Rousey is not only vying for the Raw Women's Championship against Nia Jax in what will be her first singles match. It's a huge test for Rousey and a huge decision for WWE on whether or not to have her win the title this early in her WWE career or suffer a loss that might affect her aura. Will the company finally pull the trigger on Shinsuke Nakamura winning the WWE Championship from AJ Styles in their last man standing match? That depends on whether or not WWE sees Nakamura, who is not entirely fluent in English but makes the most of his facial expressions to tell a story, as championship material, or if they have bigger plans for Styles. News and notes: the night before MITB in Chicago will be the latest NXT TakeOver event that could once again steal the spotlight from its WWE brethren. The show lineup is a trim 5 matches including NXT champion Aleister Black vs Lars Sullivan, Johnny Gargano taking on Tommaso Ciampa in a Chicago street fight, Shayna Baszler defending the NXT Women's Championship against Nikki Cross, Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan challenging Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong for the NXT Tag Team titles, as well as Ricochet facing Velveteen Dream. Gargano and Ciampa stole the show at the last TakeOver event in April, and the two likely won't disappoint here in what will be the latest chapter of an emotional rivalry. In fact, count on these two having the best match of the weekend. Now that CM Punk's MMA career is likely over after he soundly beaten last weekend at UFC 225, many have wondered if he will return to the squared circle. Punk soundly put that notion to bed, saying this: his wrestling career is behind him and he is moving forward in his life. Sure, the saying is never say never when it comes to wrestling, but Punk is a different breed and content to stand by his word. You win some, you lose some. I'm 1-1 this week and I'll take it. Thanks to my team, my family, my friends, and the fans. Wouldn't be here without any of you. Respect to @ThatRuth Jackson, thanks for the fight. You only live once, and I'm alive. Pic.twitter.com/uppex for his coach, @Punk, June 10, 2018. Ring of Honor is planning on holding a show at Madison Square Garden in 2019. Chris Ripley, the CEO of Raw parent company Sinclair Broadcasting Group, told BizJournals.com, no word yet on when that could take place, but it could be the weekend of WrestleMania 35 in New York City, running head-to-head with either the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony or NXT TakeOver. WWE has had a stranglehold on the Garden for decades, but that is changing with the venue now taking dates for other promotions. This is believed to be in response to WWE is choosing to use the Barclays in Brooklyn for its WrestleMania 35 events, and MSG is being shut out from hosting any of that week's WWE festivities. Yes, we are finally get a showdown between the New Day and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, just not in the ring. Instead, the 6-man showdown will take place this Thursday at the E3 video game conference in Los Angeles when they do battle playing Street Fighter V. Could that lead to a match? Don't get your hopes up for that to happen soon. In fact, Omega tried to put a cross-promotional match together several years ago, but WWE wasn't interested. Even more amazing is that WWE is not only promoting the video game battle, but acknowledging Omega and his New Japan Championship. This is Wrestling in 2018. Netflix has released the official trailer for Season 2 of Glow, which returns on June 29th. This season will see everyone's favorite female wrestlers deal with becoming local celebs and having to deal with their newfound fame. WWE United States Champion Jeff Hardy recently pled guilty to DWI charges stemming to his March arrest in North Carolina. Hardy had his license suspended for 120 days, will have to perform 48 hours of community service, and must complete an assessment and treatment class. Considering his past abuse issues, Hardy should be very thankful that he got off so easy. Check out this excellent mini-doc on Luke Harper, now one half of the Bludgeon Brother, on his journey through the independents to finally making it to the WWE and also becoming a father. Brian Fritz can be reached at btrfritz@gmail.com. Follow him on Twitter at Brian Fritz and listen to his Between the Ropes podcast on iTunes.